I've said it 1,000 times and I'll probably say it 1,000 more times, but at the end of the day, in Escape from Tarkov, positioning, map knowledge, game sense, and aim are almost always going to trump gear. And no matter how long you've been playing, sometimes simple mistakes will cause you to die no matter what gear that you have on. In this Lessons from Beyond the Grave, we're going to take a look at a clip from my stream where I died, and we're going to talk about how just simple mistakes and being out of position can cost you everything. I'm Jessekazam. Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. If you like this video, think about dropping a like, commenting down below, or subscribing to the channel for more content like this. All that stuff helps me out a ton, so thank you to those that do that. I also stream Escape from Tarkov on Twitch. All my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by and say hey. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in. So as always, with the Beyond the Graves, what we'll do is we'll watch the clip back in its entirety, then we'll kind of go back through and talk about what we did wrong here and what we can learn from this. The setup here is I'm actually playing with two other people. We were doing trios this day. We were going to push up towards the resort, but as we were kind of pushing up, we heard some shots over here, and we thought maybe it was Sanitar because we heard some grenades or something. So we were pushing across the map towards the little cottages here and trying to figure out what was going on. And then this happened. So let's take a look at the clip. Yo, who's he shooting at? Oh, I just saw a raid backpack, back left behind the barn, Okay.
I wish you guys didn't shoot your guns. They're so loud.
Watch him doing nades long. He was not inside of it. He was behind it.
Ooh, I think I just got shot at.
Just doing that scav.
On this fence, pretty sure.
Is that you on wood? One of us on wood?
I'm dead. He's on the end of the fence.
He's on the corner.
Our
of the
side.
fence.
There's another one.
I thought that was Ryan.
I'm dead. There's at least two. I was in a bad position. That was on me. I was in a bad position. So rough death, and you can see that immediately I knew I was in a bad position. Like I couldn't even be frustrated at that because as soon as I died, I realized how tough a position I put myself in and how little chance of survival that I gave myself. So we'll get there when we get there. We'll start back with the beginning of the clip. Like we said, we pushed across, and you'll see this scav that I spot is not aimed at any of us, and he actually starts shooting at something. So this is one of those context clues where trigger discipline, maybe not shooting the first thing you see immediately can actually be helpful. We were chasing over here to see if it was Sanitar, maybe he killed a hatchling or a low-level player. And this regular scav is shooting somebody. So regular scav, we don't see Sanitar. We heard grenades and a bunch of stuff earlier. That's like, hey, maybe there's thicker players here. I see this guy. I started looking over here because I'm like, well, this guy's shooting somewhere over here at these, greenhouses or over here. And we see this guy with the blackjack backpack on round this corner. So normally when you see a blackjack, you're like, okay, we got at least one geared boy here. So I make the call. He's swinging around, and I know we can get some sight lines depending on how hard he's swinging around that building. We can get some sight lines from this hill here. So I start hucking grenades, trying to get him to move, trying to get him to push out of position there and continue to move around and move out. So we all kind of start splitting and fanning out. My teammate does move in here. I hear him on wood on my left a little bit, which is later why I was confused if he was here. But we kind of just start moving up and moving up. And as this clip progresses, I see more and more of the terrible position I was in. Like when you look at this, if I stop this, right here, my only hard cover is this hay bale, which I'm actually not sure if people can shoot through because some trees you can shoot through in Tarkov, but we're literally out in a field. Now, I know that there's three of us where there's only one known enemy, so it's not a terrible idea. Like I don't want to overplay it. It wasn't dumb of us. We were making the right call by flanking around and kind of splitting up. But once I start hearing that there's somebody in here on wood, and then my teammates calling that this guy's over here on the fence, I'm hanging around here way too long. I'm just standing out in an open field where they have fences, bushes, these greenhouse things, the wood to my left. They have a bunch of different things. I hear the wood and I'm hearing my teammate call this guy. I need to assess if there's two people. I ask my teammate if he's on wood and I don't get a response, which is totally understandable. In the heat of battle, I do this all the time where somebody will say, hey, I killed that guy or this, and I just like doesn't register to me because I'm considering so many other things as well. But simple things kind of put us way out of position here and put us into a really bad spot. Now, here's my teammate, and we can kind of see that this guy is standing right there at first before he wraps around this fence. And my attention is so divided back and forth, back and forth. My teammate's calling out he's on the fence. I'm hearing wood over here, and I'm kind of just standing out in the open. And it's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in. We went for an aggressive play here. I will definitely say that, you know, it's late in the wipe where we're just trying to push fights, but there's still a lot to learn from it. So he's calling that he's on the fence. I thought he meant on the other side of the fence. The guy's right here. Like, this would have been a great opportunity for me to headshot this guy. This guy's not moving. He's wanting my teammate to push up. I could boop, and then we would be then surrounding this final guy. My attention split. I am a little scared because I've got no cover. I hear this guy, and I try to kind of get up along the fence, but then my teammate dies, and he calls out that he's here. So you see how I just keep back and forth, back and forth. My intuition is telling me to get to the fence, get to some hard cover, get to one of your teammates, get out of this position. But then there's another call out. Oh, he's on the fence. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, he's like, it just kept pulling me back and forth into this bad position. I see the guy. I get really thirsty for the kill. I take some shots, and then I realize that this guy is like 911 on me right here. And at this point, I should have probably broken away to my teammate, who I maybe originally thought was in here, but now I'm pretty sure this is an enemy. And I could have fallen back, used this as hard cover, this fence as hard cover from the other guy. I could have fallen back, and we could have like gotten to a better strategic position. But instead, I kind of just like push out and look at this. Boom. Alton, you know, probably a slick under there. He's got his gun at the ready, and where's my gun? Pointed straight into the ground. I way over peek it. I try and get some good shots. My gun kind of flips up right towards his head. If I had been able to get some shots off, I would have gotten a few on him. He's got Alton. He probably would have tanked it. I just was so out of position. I was trying to let this guy push me, and I pushed right into him. He was doing the right thing by slow peeking the corner with his gun ready. I'm sprinting with my gun down and just get annihilated, and immediately call out and know that I was in a bad position and that I shouldn't have been doing that. So at the end of the day, no matter what gear you have on, simple mistakes like being out in the open around no cover, simple mistakes, simple breakdowns in the communication of your squad mates on, is that you, is this an enemy? You know, if he's on the fence, he's on the outside of the fence close to me. At the end of the day, it really comes down to that. I'm pretty sure I had a slick on in this video. When I was playing, we had an M4 that was low recoil. I was using, 55A1. I had all the stuff that I'm supposed to have late wipe. But at the end of the day, if you're not, it's the fundamentals, it's the little things, it's positioning, it's aim, it's knowing when to, sprint and, have your gun facing the ground and when not to. And I've made videos about all of those things, but there was just something about this particular play where I really, like you heard, as soon as I died, I just was like, that was on me. Like, there was no frustration at anybody. It was like, why was I out there? Why were we so split? Why did I push that guy instead of falling back to my teammate? So this is just something, I know a lot of people really talk about gear and Escape from Tarkov, about what guns need to be nerfed, about what ammo needs to be buffed or nerfed, or what armors are too OP, or the economy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if I made millions or billions off of the Bitcoin farm, if I'm spending it on the best gear and I'm taking it into raids and I'm playing like this, I'm going to die to somebody who might only have a few million rubles, who just plays the game better than me. So I've made videos about a bunch of the little things that happen in this video, but this was just a reminder that getting into a good position, that your gear is a supplement to knowing how to play this game well, knowing how to communicate with your team if you've got a team, and knowing how to position yourself where you've got cover and you're not just going to run into the barrel of someone's gun. So I hope that this helps. I hope that these Beyond the Graves help. This is a great way to get better. 3,000 hours into this game, I'm still looking at clips like this and going, man, simple mistakes and finding things that I need to work on as a player as well. So hopefully you do the same. And if not, videos like this can help kind of just, you know, stir up your memory and your play style and figuring out where these pressure points are that you need to work on as well. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully you get better and better and start slaying out more in Escape from Tarkov. Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time to check out this video. If you liked the video, think about dropping a like, commenting down below, or subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Like we said before, I stream Escape from Tarkov on Twitch. All my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by and say hey. And if you're looking for people to play Tarkov with, our Discord server is an awesome place to be. That link is down below as well. We'd love to have you stop by there. Thank you again for stopping by, and I will definitely see y'all on the next one.